Hey, how's everybody doing? This is Sister Omi. I am doing the full moon in Leo for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Now, Leo, let's just talk about Leo for a moment. And while I'm just giving some Leo background, hit that subscribe button. Now, Leo. Leo's the king, the queen. Leo loves to impress. Leos love to get praise. And they love the spotlight. However, for the most part, Leos don't like criticism. And with this moon in Leo, how is it going to affect you, Libra? It's going to be affecting you in your area of communication, your mind, your thinking, your interests. And what I think is interesting, because especially since communication is, everything more or less. The first card I got is a Legba in reverse. Now, upright, a Legba is the messenger. If you look at astrology, Mercury, communication, Hermes, I think that was Greek mythology. Hermes was the interpreter. Now, this is in reverse. So, is it how you're communicating, or are you miscommunicating? Or maybe this is a sign you need to change the way you communicate. Now, maybe you've been feeling a little restless and a lot of stuff may be catching up with you now. And we think about communication, you think about paperwork, answering calls. Maybe this is a sign that you've been letting some of this stuff go and you need to handle that. So maybe there's an important document you need to take care of. Or there's something sudden's going to come up. You may have to run some errand and take care of some business. Do what needs to be done. But also with that, we have the Nine of Swords. So what's on your mind? Whoops. What's on your mind? All this stuff is on your mind, and maybe this is why you're communicating the way you are. You got bills. Maybe someone said you're fat. Someone said you're ugly. Your car broke down. Your children are crazy. You're in a bad relationship. All this stuff is like right on your mind. I'm just saying, I'm using these as examples of things that could be on your mind. And maybe you're just feeling some kind of way. And so maybe your it's coming out in your communication. So what's on your mind? And what are you communicating? One thing I say is do what needs to be done so you can free yourself up free your mind. This is handle your business. So this in reverse, maybe you got some mail or some communication that you didn't respond to and you really need to. And if you're taking a class or in school or something, maybe you just need to buckle down and do some studying because there's a test or something that you're going to have to take. And this is the stuff that's weighing on your mind because you've been letting it go. Now, the message from Spirit is the Four of Pentacles. So, Pentacles is your material, your business. It's associated with the earth. So it has to do with business, trade, handling your money. And this is encouraging you not to cling too much to your possessions and don't force control. Don't force it. And don't stand in the way of change. Now, I don't really say too much maybe with relationships because I did mention that if that's something on your mind and maybe that's what I'm going to use relationship as an example. maybe this is the problem. You're in a relationship, and maybe you're in a relationship, and you know, they're not feeding you, in a sense. It's like, you don't do this, you don't do that, you could do this better, and it's just wearing on you. So don't cling to stuff that isn't serving you right now. It's just not going to do you any good. And this is probably, maybe, as an example, something that could be affecting how you're thinking, what you are communicating. And it could be affecting your social life. So the message from Spirit is, let me see here. The message from Spirit is to continue to concentrate on your present situation, working and resisting any eventual obstacle or barrier. So those obstacles and barriers, right now, I'm looking at this, the obstacles is the things that's on your mind, and the way you're communicating, or you're not handling your communication properly. Now, what's interesting, I did pull a chakra card, and it's release. So, to me, this is release all these things that are over your head. Maybe someone said you're fat, or maybe you got bills that you haven't been dealing with or handling, correspondence. It's time to handle and release all these things, because the Nine of Swords and this chakra is of the mind, the crown chakra. This is of the mind. So and I want to encourage you, don't be scared to let some stuff go. Sometimes it's better to let things go so you can make room for something new. Just see that all that you are, because you are a powerful person. And know that great freedom awaits you once you release all of this stuff that's on your mind. And it could be old stuff, your own perceptions of yourself. It's time, if it means forgiving yourself, this is a perfect time to do it, because that will help you clear your mind. This will help you even, maybe, I'm looking at this, maybe speak positively of yourself. Like, I can't do this. Instead of, I'm going to, because you have all this stuff clouding your mind, you can't think of a way to get yourself out of a situation. So you got to change the way you communicate also. Release any dwelling in the past. Let all that stuff go. This is about taking responsibility, and don't blame anyone else. This, what they say, happiness is an inside job. So you can't rely on anything outside yourself to be happy. And releasing this is going to allow you that freedom. And when you go out socially, you're going to be lighter, It's just going to be a beautiful, beautiful things. So to handle your business, take care of all that. And find that balance in your mind and do what needs to be done so you can free yourself up to have some more adventures or some fulfilling activities. That is, see how dull this looks? This to bring some sun in there. Bring in some light. And in doing so, I love my trees. I do. And we got the fig tree, and it says enlightening love. Lower pleasures you attract are potentially overwhelming and dangerous. Peace arrives through higher gratification. And to get that higher gratification, you got to release all this stuff in your mind. Long as you're holding on to this, you're going to be in negative it just draws to you negative relationships that you need to release. It's going to draw to you situations where maybe you're going to communicate and it's not going to be very nice. This is also, when you think about it, the fig tree, the fruit on the fig tree. If you don't elevate your mind, elevate your spirit, lighten up, you're going to say you take some forbidden fruit, something you don't need, because you are viewing yourself negatively. And that's the stuff that you're communicating. What's that song? Free your mind. Free your mind. Free yourself of any burdens. Free yourself. Handle your business. That's going to lighten things up. Go through that mail. Go through that email. Go through that stack of bills. You throw that mail in the corner and you haven't handled it. Handle all that stuff. And that's going to lighten you up. And if this has to do with a relationship that's not elevating you, it's time to let that go too. And be ready for something better, because you deserve all that's good. So, let me know what you think. Okay? Feel free to leave a comment below. Hit that subscribe button. Like, share, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. This is Sister Omi. Peace.